Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today we are looking at the WED-15 Treadwell Droid. This is a repair droid used by the Galactic Republic during the Clone Wars. One notable Republic WED-15 was the 327T, who served on board the Venator-class Star Destroyer Tranquility during the war. Another WED 15 served aboard the Venator class Star Destroyer, the Renown, although it was destroyed while trying to escape the ship after separatist forces took control. Um, it's interesting because we see a version of this in the Clone Wars, and then we also see another version, which was the original one, that was done in the original trilogy. So taking from what the original write up was. So here we have Cybots Galactica's Treadwell Droid is a good buy for any vessel. They are among the better starship maintenance droids you can find. They usually come with 4 to 5 manipulators compared to what we saw in the Clone Wars, where they only had about two. They usually come with four. Perfect for tinkering with those delicate starship systems. Their programming is ideal for starboard repair duties. The treads make these well stabilized droids, but sometimes limit their access to tight spots. The droids have several other quirks. They wear down quickly and are easily damaged. The manipulator, if I could say this, manipulator arms have a nasty habit of catching on machinery and getting torn off. Treadwells tend to have flighty personalities and are prone to wandering. So they are always good to check in on and make sure that they're paying full attention to their work. So this was the original. You got a brief look at the Clone Wars, where it just has like two small arms that are kind of hanging out there. Um, and it does make sense in a cartoon aspect to just have a couple little arms. It's easier to draw, to put into um, animation and all that stuff. So in that regard, yes, it makes a lot of sense, and I'm not going to disagree with that or knock it or whatever. Um, it's always nice when you can bring some of these things back into some of the other series and all that, but here we are. Okay, so looking at what the actual stats for this are, it has a dexterity of 2D, so that's our average. A knowledge of 1D, so it's not very knowledgeable. It does have droid languages of 4D. So let's just keep this in mind. Just like how we have computers with different languages, whether you're running Linux, Apple, or Macintosh, whatever, um, Windows, or any of the others, same thing here. You're going to have different companies. They're going to be running different software that has different languages. So just keeping that in mind. All right, mechanical is a 1D. Perception is 3D, has a search of 3D plus 1, so just a little bit of an upgrade there. Strength is 1D. Obviously, it doesn't look like it's a very strong droid. It's not meant for really doing heavy lifting, it's just for fine repairs. Technical 2D. Now, this is where it really comes into its own. It has computer programming and repair of 4D plus 2. Machinery repair is 6D. Repulsor lift repair is 4D. Space transports is a 4D plus 1, and starfighter repair is 5D plus 1. So you're either going to look at this for a repair bay. The machinery repair would be great for factory work, stuff like that. The starfighter repair, which could work on a lot of different vessels. This would be really good for kind of like what we saw in the Mandalorian, when he lands on Tatooine, and the young lady's got a couple of droids there to help fix ships. Those instances. Now, it doesn't mean that it wouldn't be fine in a starship, a space transport in a way. Really, your space transport is a 4D plus 1, so it is above average, not quite your fighter, which it's got a higher rating for. But as a all-around general purpose repair droid, I think it fits the bill. That doesn't mean we do, that you can't upgrade certain things or add different hardware because they do have that in Star Wars, especially in the D6 system. They have rules for doing all that. So it is very much in the system to be able to do that. Okay, we have a video sensor equipped, dual tread locomotion, fine manipulator arm with a plus 1D to repair skills. So, in other words, your space transports being a 4D plus 1 is now going to be a 5D plus 1. All right, extendable video micro binoculars, a plus 2D to search for micro scale work, has various other tools, so whatever other tools or manipulators are on the arms, a Cybot acoustic signaler for droid languages. So it can speak whatever droid language it speaks, but it's not going to speak, galactic standard slash English, whatever you want to call it. Has a move of 8, so it's not that slow, but it is slower than humans. It is 1.6 meters tall. Cost is used because apparently they're not making any new ones, and it's 650 credits, which isn't bad. And this is coming from the Platts Smuggler's Guide, which is funny because they ripped that straight out of Galaxy Guide 7 Mos Eisley. Um, and then there's also the Dark Strider campaign box set, which they have it in as well. Um, and this is really done specifically for West End games. This is just taking the droid that we see on the Millennium Falcon as Han says, "Hey, wait," when he's there on Hoth, and here we have it. I think they had this one as one of the droids that were for sale right there because it's talking about Mos Eisley from the Jawas. So they use that same droid over and over again, which makes a lot of sense. Why spend more money on creating something that's just a background character you just briefly see? So it's fun bringing these things to life, and all the different things that we have in the galaxy. So hope you enjoy this series. As we jump around, we have a couple different books we're jumping between. We have our starships, we have vehicles, we have droids, we have creatures we haven't even touched yet. We'll jump back and forth for all the different things. It's a wonderfully large galaxy out there, and it's fun bringing all this to light because a lot of people don't get to see all this stuff on a day-to-day basis. So here we are. Hope you enjoy your day. We'll see you in the next one.